Hello everyone, welcome back to the video lectures on object-oriented programming through Java. So we are learning about different types of layout. So in the last class we learned about flow layout. In this lecture we'll go with the second type of layout. But before that let me revise once again what is this AWTs. Remember AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit, where we can design our GUIs. Now to do that task we have a AWT class hierarchy which is shown here in the left hand side of your screen. Now whenever you want to add the components onto the window, we need to follow normally two-step process where we need to design a frame, and on that frame you need to place the components. That frame is nothing but we are designing a container. Okay, on that container we need to place all the components. But if you want to place your components in a systematic order, then we can go with one type of layout. We have normally 5 types of layouts. Any one of them can be chosen. So in the last class we already learned about flow layout. So in today's class we'll see with the second type of layout, that is our border layout. So in detail about flow layout we have already learned. If you want to learn, you can please refer to that video. So let us start with the second category, that is flow layout. So keep your heading all of you. Second category is border layout. Keep your heading all of you, border layout. Now what is this border layout is the normal way. If you see let us consider this is your container. Now this container will, in case of flow layout, the container will place the components from left to right to top to bottom. But in the border layout we have an option where this complete layout will be divided into 5 areas. That this area is called as a north area, and this area is called as a south area, this area is called as a west area, and this area is called as a east area, and finally whatever is left in the middle, that is referred as a center area, right? So this is called as north, this is called as south, this is called as west, this is called as this one is called as east, and the middle portion whatever we have will be referred as center. Now according to this division, you can place your component wherever you want. Suppose if you want to place your button in the east side, you can mention that when you want to place your component in the east side. If you want to place any other list in the south, you can place that one in the south. So that can be done by using your border layout. Remember, whenever you are using border layout, the class that we need to use is border class. Okay, so the class that will be available for writing or designing your border layout is border layout is your class name. Now we have 2 types of constructors available. So what are those 2 constructors? We'll see. The first constructor is a border layout without any parameters. Okay, without any parameters. We have a second type also, where in the second type we can have 2 parameters, where those 2 parameters will talk about the horizontal gap and vertical gap between the between the components. We already know what is horizontal gap and vertical gap. It is nothing but the space between the component to component. Like if you want to have horizontally this much of space between component 1 to component 2, and vertically if you want to have a space between component and one component, some space if you want to mention, that can also be done by using your second constructor, which takes 2 parameters. One talks about horizontal gap, H gap, and the other one talks about V gap. Okay, now remember, in case of this border layout, whenever you are adding components to that one, while adding the component you need to tell where you want to place that component, whether you want to place that component in the north or west or south or east or in the center. That means I'll take one example, then it will be clear to you all. Okay, so let us take one example. So in this example what I want to do is, let us consider you have set one frame. I don't want to write in detail. You have set one frame, that frame is F, okay, and you have created one button and that button is B. Now you have created one border layout also. You how to create a border layout, you all know. Border layout BL equal, because B is already used, equal to new border layout. That's it, right? Now once the border layout is set, what we can do, once this border layout is set, then okay, I'll write once again, no problem. So example, let us consider the frame is set and the frame is F. Now after that we have to write the border layout. Border layout B equal to new border layout. Okay. Now after that let us consider you have created one button of B1. Now what we do normally, whenever you have created one button, we used to write F dot add of B1. That's it. But now as we have set the border layout, we need to tell in which area you want to add this button. For doing that, you can add one more parameter to this add button, saying like border layout dot, if you want to place in the east area, then you need to write east, like this. So you need to add one more statement like this whenever you are using the border layout. Design the frame, set the layout, create the component and add the component by using add method, and tell in which area you want to add. Earlier we used to write only F dot add and simply we used to close that one. But as we are setting the border layout where it divides a complete container into different areas, you can simply mention that one. Suppose if you want to place it in the center, you need to write center. Okay, so to understand this one, let us take one example. And in this example, if you see, we have set the frame. How to set the frame we have already learned, and I have created 5 buttons. Now what I want to do is, I want to set my layout as the second step here. Here I will be setting the layout to border layout, and each button I will place in different sections, and let us see whether they are adding in that section or not. Okay, so for that what we need to do, let us use the first constructor. Okay, so we need to use border layout BL equal to new border layout. That's it. Okay, and we need to set our frame to this layout. Set layout of BL. Clear? F dot set L. F is our frame name and we want to set that layout to BL. Now once this is done, you can create the component. Our first component is created, that is our button, and I want to add this button to, let us consider you want to add this button to the west side or north, east, like that. So to understand the difference, each component I have created 5 buttons. Each button I'll add in 5 different locations. Okay, so B1 I'll add in the north side. So what I'll do, or else I'll add in the west side. Okay, what I'll do, border layout dot west. Okay, similarly second layout I want to add in the east. And the third button I want to add in the north. Fourth button I want to add in the south. And the last button 5 I want to add in the center. Right? So what we have done, we have created our container. That means we have set our we have designed our frame, and we have set the layout for that frame, and all the components are added onto that container by using this border layout. And we told where you want to place, in which area of that frame you want to place, that also we have mentioned, right, all of you. So let us save this program and run this program to check the output. No errors are there. So if you see here, our complete screen is complete frame is divided into 5 areas: north, south, west, east and center. And 3, if you see the first button 1, we want to place in the west, so that's why it has come to the west side. You can see here, west side. Second button you want to place in the east side, that's why it is placed in the 2 is placed in the, we got a text of 2 is placed in the east. 3 button is placed in the north side, and 4 button is placed in the south side, and 5 button is placed in the, this is completely 1 button in the center. Got it? So this is how, according to your application, whatever you are designing, you can decide your button where, or your component, whatever component can be, in which area of your frame you want to place, right? So this is how border layout will be helpful for deciding our layout. I hope you all are clear with this concept of designing the frame using border layout. If you want to, if you are adding 2 or more components, let us consider, then you can have H gap and V gap also in between the components, right? Suppose in the east side or west side you have added more. Now as an example we have taken 1 component only. You can add more than 1 component, and in between those components you can see the what we can see, we can adjust the gap also, right? Understood all of you? So this is how border layout is helpful. So with this we'll come to an end of our today's class, that is about border layout. In the next class we'll see about what is grid layout. I hope you all are clear with this concept. Let us all meet in our next lecture. Thank you all of you.